There's a wall splash. They can't do anything now. What'll happen throws them. How long can this offensive assault continue? All in with a rush. Oh man, this is a scary range. Drive rush. Player one can't drop some hard. They gotta go. The parry. Amazing. Cross super hard incoming. Gets the counter hit and the win. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Checks with a sandblast. A parry? Gets the jump in. Smart play, throws him. Springs forward with the drive rush. A quick breather, brushes that off and keeps going. Player one with the rhythm, owning that space. Nowhere to run. Ooh, what a smart throw. Full drive rush. Meaty links it. What are they gonna do? Oh, here it turns out. Like flatlines him. Player one is a force to be reckoned with. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Jumps in. Rising uppercut. Jump in finds the mark. Denies the attack and opts for the throw. All right, what's coming up next? What's their game plan here at this critical stage? With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive use. Nice! Sees the combo through and takes the round. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient experiencing burnout. Player one needs to deal with this burnout. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? Pokes with a medium kick. What'll happen here? Looking for a chance. Breaks the block with a throw. Going in. A super art. Pops for the level 1 Vulcan Blast. Have they noticed the drive gauge gap? Barely blocks the jump in. Rising uppercut. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Reads the jump in perfectly. A jump in? There's a burnout. What a finish! Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
A new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who is going to come out on top in this fight?
All right, round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Checks with the projectile. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Player two pushes the opponent into the corner. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Trips him up. Gets the throw to side switch. There's a corner switch. Player two will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Player one is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Takes a trip. somehow pushes back ult with a super art connect. The super doesn't hit. KO. Player 1 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Decides to create some distance to start. Solid trigger on the Toxic Blossom to pile on the damage. Jumps? Barely blocks the jump in. Triggers Toxic Blossom to stack the deck. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Springs forward with the drive rush. Knockdown. Untouchable. Impetuous. Impregnable. And perfect. This is a back and forth fight. Tensions are definitely high. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Excellent damage on that. Breaks it. Good decision with that throw. Player 1 drive rush to keep it going. Has the Vulcan Blast sealed the deal? Betting it all on the drive rush. Their drive is limited. What's the call now? Sets up with the jump in. Oh, hit forward rush. They're back into it, turning it right up with the super. Getting that external and internal damage in. The good master taught Aki's will. Ugh, take a seat. Rushes in. Oh, huge step. Gets them in the air. I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Adds a bit of OD spice there. Clean tap. Found the opening and snares them clean. Reads them. Nice solid counter. Throw. Misses. Knockdown. Both fighters will want to utilize what little drive gauge they have. Projectile to try and change the situation. Player 2, and that's a KO. Timed that perfectly. Player 2 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Takes the opponent, springs forward with the drive rush. Goes for the rush. Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. A quick breathe. They were right to be on guard there. In there. Player 2 took no time to finish that fight.
A new challenger.
Y'all better have your Sunday's best on because it's time for business.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? The throw connects for counter hit damage. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Projectile to try and change the situation. Knockdown. Stops the attack by using a drive parry. KO. Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Immediate jump in. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Player 2 chases them down. There's a change of sides. One up springs forward with the drive rush. Smart play with the throw. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Feng Shui engine activation. They want to end this quick. Player one just put themselves burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to tank. Player one has an empty throws them. Both white just goes for it at this range. Wrist drops them hard. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do the low. Oh, here we come. Flatlines them. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that comeback. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. The Buha stock to the brim. Look for them to turn up the heat now. What are they thinking here? The throw misses. This is looking bad. What are they gonna do? Perfect. Takes the round without getting touched. Player one sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Let's offer projectile to waste time. Still very early in the round. Springs forward with the drive rush. They exchange blows. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Big counter. What'll happen here? Jumps up. Triggers the Feng Shui engine. The real Shui is coming out to play. Player two can't use any drive moves without burning out. So, what's next? The engaged brushes that off and keeps going. Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Were they baiting them into that? Player two is in a pretty good situation with the metering on Super Art. Vulcan Blast! What now? Uses the fireball to try and get a reaction. Next, the counter. Closing moments of the match. Burn out, but they may have a plan to flatline them. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Where you go? Where you go? Gotcha! Where you go? Where you go? Gotcha! Where you go? Here comes a new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Shows the overhead. Player two creates a good corner opportunity. All right, they throw them into the corner. They're looking to keep the pressure on and do some damage. Player two is maintaining the corner position for some juice. This is a huge chance to make it feel it. Perfect execution and gameplay nets our fighter a perfect round.
Round two.
Player two sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. They piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Jumps? Barely blocks the jump in. Gets the jump in. Avoids getting stuck in the corner somehow. Manages to block the jump in attacks. They're trading attacks. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Knockdown and connect with medium kick. Flash knuckle. That combo did deep. This is gonna hurt. Arctic wraps it up with a decisive combo. Player two brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Takes the chance to hurt him. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Lots of aggression from both sides. Player 2 blazing through that drive gauge to try and set the pace. Holds out with the block. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. Takes a trip. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Heading into the end game now. And a super activation. Looking to score some juicy damage. Player 1 chases them down. Very solid corner switch. Going in? In there! Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Immediate jump in. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Perfect input. Not letting up. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Backs them into the corner in a hurry. Jumps in. Grabs and throws them away. Both fight springs forward with a drive rush. Can they bends the meter, hoping for a good return. Player 2 draws super hard incoming. That's not gonna hit. Sneaks in the throw. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Backdash to start. They're not taking any chances. Player 2, ooh, what a smart flow. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Getting up close and personal. Somehow manages to block the jump in. Polo burns out. Hit them with the Ora. Player 2 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. This is gonna hurt. Raw super hit. Player 1 still has a chance, but it's going to be an uphill battle. Closes it out. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for him.
A new challenger.
Give me that drama, give me that grime. Are y'all ready? It's fight night time!
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Throws him down. Shoots off a projectile from downtown to check their approach. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. Knockdown! Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. If they can't escape this rock-solid corner pressure, this round is over. Throws them to negate the block. All right, what's coming up next? Player 2 chases them down. Taking stock. Fires off a Nightshade Pulse. They gotta be careful with their remaining drive. Player 2 in there. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Connects with medium kick. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Going drive rush to keep it going. Took him to the corner in a flash. Full SA meters on deck for both. It's a good spot to use the super. Dashing out all of that gauge offers it up to the claws of Yatsu!
My magnum opus! Did that stick?
Player 2 will need to use their meter here. Wise throws him! Breaks the block with a throw. Escapes with a reversal. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Dives in with raw critical. What's gonna happen? Neither fighter is showing any signs of back. Ooh, what a smart throw! What now? There's a burnout. Player 1 burn out, but they may have a plan here. Closes it out. Ooh, I dare you to find me a better match than that. Get up and tell him what's good. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that comeback. Big opening ready to be taken advantage of after that parry. The jump in is denied. Backs them into the corner. Forward throw to continue the pressure. Takes a trip. Still slugging it out here. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Can't tech the throw? All right, what's coming up next? Player 2 chases them down. Lands the forward throw. The corner pressure continues. Player 2, were they baiting them into that? Close KO. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Who's going to start things off? Fireball from very long range. What's next here? Jumps up. Solid trigger on the toxic blossom to pile on the damage. They're going for the super art. Drive rush to keep it going. It's a good spot to use the super. Closing it out with a super art finish. Nice and clean.
My magnum opus!
Taking no prisoners. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances.
A new challenger.
This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
Round 1.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Tries to bait him with the projectile. Will the drive parry here open things up for them? Still slugging it out here. Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. They were ready for the air attack. Lays on the pressure with the projectile. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. I'd like to see them use this drive disparity to shift the tide of the fight to their side. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. He takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Fires off a Nightshade Pulse. Oh, burnout triggered. Player 2 experiencing burnout. In there. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner. A super art? The super doesn't hit. Big blows. And they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal. Fires off a Nightshade drive rush to keep it going. KO. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Throws a fireball. Reach out and whack somebody. Nice parry. Connects with the throw. Amazing. Player one, forward rush. Back into the corner. What setup do they have? Parry connects. Ooh, what a smart throw. Oh, getting it all on the drive rush. All the throw connects. One step drive rush. Player two can't use drive anymore. Closes in. Sets up with the jump in. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Sits him down with the super. Now that's how you take a round.
My magnum open!
Did not miss that chance and takes the round. Player one faced the giant and walks away unscathed. What a win! They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Uses the target combo as a filler. Grabs him. Player one has the life advantage. There's a wonder switch. Player one chases them down. Throws them. What's next? All right, what's coming up next? Punishes that ill-timed attack with a drive impact. Very bad choice there. No more drive gauge. Just out of range. KO. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Solid trigger on the Toxic Blossom to pile on the damage. Drive rush to keep it going. Player one will look to apply pressure here. Blocks it. Not much life left, but their drive usage may save them. They're laying into each other. Sandblast. Player one is dominating this match. Springs forward with the drive rush. The super doesn't hit. Player one needs to use the threat of the corner here. Pressuring with cruel fate. In there! That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches.
Challenger.
We're in for something special right here, right now.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round.
Where you going? Take this.
Lots of aggression from both sides. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Got their eye on the air. Gets the jump in. Knockdown. Player two is going to have a hard time managing their rising uppercut. Life lead opens up. Ah, burnout activates. This is burnout. Expect to get some. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Decides to create some distance to start. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how nice, perfect parry there. What'll they do next? Both by drive rush to keep it going. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? The jump in is denied. All right, what's coming up next? Burnout activates. Still slugging it up. They're going for the super art. The super doesn't hit. Goes with the safe stuff with that target combo. What'll happen here? Player one. Perfect execution with the anti-air. KO. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? The last round. Overhead, but it won't work. Not close enough for the throw. Oh my God, what a throw tech. Keeps him out. All in with a rush. Good work. Not too slow. Spends it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it.
Yo, you good?
Player two can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. What are they gonna do? Burns out. Player one still has a chance, but it's going to be enough. Closes it out. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Barely blocks the jump in. Throws them to negate the block. The jump in is denied. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? There's a drive rush to throw the opponent off balance. Trips him up. Player two pushes the opponent into the corner. How much damage? And a super activation. Looking to score some juicy damage. Player two doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. They trade. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Burnout activates. Blocks it.
Well, thank you.
Player one can't afford mistakes. Oh, burnout triggered. Opts for the critical art. A clean KO. Nice meter alert. KO. Player two with a big first round pickup. Can they close it out? Jumps in. Who's going to start things off? Took him to the corner in a flash. Still scrapping for control of the space. Both fighters planning something? Player one is in a pretty good situation with the meter advantage. Zones with the fireball. Sandblast. Clean parry. Big throws. Drive rush to keep it going. Player drive rush. Burnout activates. Player two can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? A fireball at that range? Player two brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Here comes a new challenger.
It's time to see what both fighters have in store for us today.
The pleasure.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. The low kick connects. Checks with the projectile.
One little please.
Deals some damage with that quick combo. Player one chases them down. Can't tech the throw? I can't keep track of these corner switches. Knockdown. Drive rush. Gets in their face. Player two is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Takes a trip. Player two has completely used all of their drive gauge, but they still have enough life left to take the round if they play smart. In there! Player two on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Opts to create space to start. Big counter. Goes in with the arabesque. How will this impact things? Manages to block the jump-in attack. Sand blast. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Jumps in. Renverse. The hit throw connects. Player one holding on to that corner advantage. Big opportunity now in this corner. It's a good spot to use the super. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Notice drive rush to keep it going. Getting it on the drive. What a finish! Player two brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Keeps them guessing with that thing. Rising uppercut. The jump-in is denied. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Big counter. What are they thinking here? Player two chases them down. Blocks the ambiguous crossover. With the throw. Life lead is opening up, but that could still be overcome with smart drive use. Life lead opens up. Goes for the super art? Gets him. Player two picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Good job blocking the jump-in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. That combo did decent damage. Springs forward with the drive rush. Both fighters are trying not to get trapped in the corner. Who's gonna take it? Player one will look to apply pressure here. Jumps in. You've gotta be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. This is gonna hurt. That's gonna leave them rattled. Closes it out. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Jump. Barely crowns him from above. Renverse. The hit throw connects. Okay, keep. No! This will break them. Player one with the rhythm owning that face. What a finish! Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Medium kick hits. Spends their gauge on the drive rush. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. What are they thinking here? You can use a drive rush like that there to maintain the pressure. Player two is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Life lead opens up. Waltzes in there and sweeps them off their feet. One shot is all both fighters need to close this out. This is the time to use fireballs to chip away at an opponent. This is a prime opportunity to end things, but they decide to play it safe. Renverse. The hit throw connects. KO! Player one wins the first round and is now riding a huge wave of momentum. Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Sticks the combo. Shows a medium kick. Perfect input. It's a good spot to use the super. Springs forward with the drive rush. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. They return to center stage. Blocks it. Checks with a medium kick. Jumps in. Okay, they trade hits. Reads the command grab. Experiencing burnout. Flash number. Uses the gauge for a super art. Opts for the level 1 Vulcan blast. Player 1 needs to use their SA gauge to their advantage here. KO. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Pokes with a medium kick. Perfect input. Not letting up. And eats it. Barely blocks the jump in. Gets the blinks in. Throw tech. Player 2 is barely hanging on to their last bit of drive. Sticks out a kick. Ooh, you never... No! This will break them. Oh, here we go. Both fighters are down to half life. What are they gonna do? Betting it all on the drive run. Straight to the point. What's next? Finds the target. Fires a blast. Oh, drive rush. Where you go? Closes in. Player 1 can't use any drive through. All in with a rush. They trade hits. Chuck the fireball to continue their hold over their zone. Drop zone, baby. Any mistake here is gonna be fatal. What's it gonna be? I can't believe it. Are you kidding me? Player 1 has gotta be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage.
Here comes a new challenger.
Give me that drama, give me that grime. Are y'all ready? It's fight night time.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Checks with the projectile. Lays on the pressure with the projectile. Player 2 with a sliver of drive gauge left. They may be in for a tough time. Backs them into the corner. Still slugging it out here. What are they thinking here? Parries the projectile. Now what's the follow-up? Comp and a super activation. Looking to score KO. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Medium kick hit. Awesome. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Going in. Player 2 holding on. Somersault kick stops them cold. Still slugging it out at this range. Sonic boom. Crowns him from above. There's a burnout. Are we going to see a comeback here? Back into the corner. What setup do they have? Oh, here we go. Oh, yo, Ross, super hit. What a finish. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Solid anti-air. The last round. It's now or never. Uses their drive gauge. Player 2 won out those close scuffles, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round. Jumps. Fires a blast. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Player 1 with a slight lead. Will they capitalize? Leads on the flash kick to get them out of a jam. Cross that off. Ooh, the drive impact hit for a punish. Too slow. Uh-oh. This could really tip the scales.
Yo, you good?
Get the betting in all on the drive rush. Player 2 can't let wreck them. This is critical. They're stunned and they may not have enough life left. Tops off the tank and scores the win. Player 2 straight up outplayed them. Talk about a David and Goliath situation. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Jumps. Barely blocks the jump in. Burns the drive gauge. Player 1 has a slight life lead that they may sit on. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Oh! From up above. Stops him with a target call. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Saw them sweating against the wall and gets in the throw. Player 1 on the boards first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Ghost springs forward with the drive rush. Somersault kick. Player 1 can build off this lead. Gotta be careful not to whip drive rush to keep it going. Jumps. Checks with a medium kick. Blast. Goes for the rush. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. KO! Player 1 took no time to finish that fight. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Goes with the projectile for their opening shot. Checks him with the projectile. Will the drive parry here open things up for them? Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? The throw connects for counter hit damage. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Gets backed into the corner with pressure building. Next hit will end the round. Ends with a projectile. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and fireballs. Springs forward with the drive rush. Both fighters are looking for a way drive rush to keep it going. Takes a trip. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Still slugging it out at this range. Sonic boom. Both fighters planning something? Opts to continue the burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to tank. Eraser hits, we're gonna see it rain. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Player drops it hard. Cashes out the cage right there. Player 2, there's a burn, closes it out. Player 1 is a force to be reckoned with.
a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
All right, you ready?
No mercy for you.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Opts for the throw. Clear that neither of them wants to be in the corner. Knockdown. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. Decides to meet them in the air. Player two needs to deal with this burnout. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? Pokes with them in there! Player two picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round two. Fight.
Grabs them. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player two will look to apply pressure. Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Knockdown and burnout triggered. Player one has an empty drive here. This is a very precarious. Just goes for it at this range. Jumps, burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. They're both driveless. This is gonna get rising uppercut. Fights out of the corner, back to the center of the stage. This is gonna hurt. Going in, drops him hard. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Leading all in. What a finish! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Fight round. Fight.
Where you go? Pokes with the kick. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Checks with a sandbox. The jump it blocks the drive reversal. Player one is in burnout. Connects with the throw. Player one with the rhythm, owning that space. Scuffle. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Player two is in a very good spot now. Yo, Ross, super here? What are they gonna do? There's the burnout. Super out of nowhere. The big brains on this competitor is unreal. Does not leave anything to chance with that super finish. Player two delivers the upset. That's one for the replays. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Flash number. Very slick with the combo. Breaks their guard, drive rush to keep it going. Player one chases them down. Jump in, finds the mark. All right, what's coming up next? What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Takes a trip. Life lead opens up. KO. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round two. Fight.
Immediate jump in. Grabs them. Where you going? The grab misses. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Still very early in the round. Okay, creating some space here. Jumps up. Shows a medium kick. Manages to block the jump in attack. Player two chases them down. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player one will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Medium kick hits. Not much life difference. A super arc? The super doesn't hit. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Going in, they're going for the super arc? What were they thinking? Turning it, what comes off the tank and scores the win. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight!
Fires a blast. The last round. It's now or never. Player one, overhead, but it won't work. Ooh, what a smart throw. Player one can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. There's a drive impact. Player one can't use drive anymore. Jump. Oh, the throw connects. Oh, he's getting it all on a drive rush. Player two has a full drive gauge, but is on the brink of what are you jumping in for? That was catch as catch can as you're gonna get in a fight.
Round one.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. They trade hits. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player one will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. What's the play here? Player one is in burnout. Drives off the table. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? The jump in catches them. Takes a trip. KO. Player two sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Still slugging it out at this range. Avoids getting stuck in the corner somehow. Dashes forward. Goes for the jump in. Burnout activates. Jumps up. Reversal. Quick spin knuckle. Gets the throw out of the hooligan. Smart aggressive play there. This is gonna hurt. Players critical art now. A clean KO. Nice meter alert. Flatline zone. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight!
Back at the start. They're not taking any chances. Checks with a medium kick. Uses the target combo as a filler. This is gonna hurt. Amazing. Ooh, does them dirty. Taking chunks out of each other here. Player two needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. The jump in is denied. Solid anti-air. Oh, betting it all on the drive rush. Check with a sandblast. What now? Tons of space between the fighters now. What are they cooking up? This can lead to some big damage. Breaks it. They were sitting on their meter for this stupidly and all planned out. Player one is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire.